What is going on, you absolute maniacs? MOD coming at you tonight with another awesome mobile walk talk. Got the fucking blasphemy hoodie on. Blasphemous attack. Not sure if you guys can see that or not. Chain bandoliers, chains around my waist, my neck. Always get asked, what are you wearing for metal stuff? Especially on the podcast last night. That was killer. Had a great time with Seth and Talon. Go check them out on Spotify. Kill the Posers podcast. Link is on my community tab for you guys to listen to my episode that I was on and all of their stuff. They're pretty cool guys. Younger dudes, but very, very cool people, and they're very serious about their metal. They're very devoted. So tonight's video I want to do, this is a change of pace from my usual ranting. More rants are coming, but tonight figured, let's do a more upbeat type of video. And because these mobile walk and talks, they seem to get thousands of views, and they're like me at my purest in terms of I'm not in my studio and everything. This is just as unfiltered and raw as it gets. And I don't script anything for these. When I do my reviews and everything, yeah, there's notes. Of course there's notes. There's notes and everything about what I want to say and all that jazz. So tonight what I want to talk to you about is why I don't like Goregrind and stuff like that, and Pornogrind and all that stuff. Because I did get asked about it a lot on the podcast last night. Or not on the podcast, but Seth and I talked privately, and I explained to him why I'm not into gore noise and Goregrind and all that Pornogrind shit. I think it's trash, personally. Now, I get there's people out there that love it, and that's great. Love whatever you love. But it doesn't do anything for me. I don't feel any type of emotion or any kind of meaning or depth or substance, because there simply isn't any within that music. It's all just about gross things and perversion and stuff like that. So that's not my thing. If that's your thing, that's great. If you like that stuff, hey man, I got no issue with that. But I crave a lot more meaning and depth and substance to my metal. I crave a lot of atmosphere and a lot of profound messages in my art, because I'm a very deep thinker and I'm very intellectual. So I look for intellectual lyrics with meaning and depth and substance that point to some kind of struggle the artist has gone through, some type of emotions, like whether it's hate, which I really, really love, whether it's like war, chaos, death, hatred, annihilation, anti-humanism, anti-natalism, suicide, misanthropy. Those are the kinds of lyrics I really love, because those lyrics are coming from a place of darkness and places of real experience. With this gore stuff, it's more of just, let's try and shock the shit out of everybody and let's make everybody disgusted. And that's all fun and good. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's great. There's a lot of tongue-in-cheek to that stuff. And I just don't get anything out of that kind of death metal. But I do understand there's lots of people that do, which is perfectly fine with me. I mean, I would never tell someone in a Goregrind shirt that they were a poser, because if that's their music and they love it, and they know lots about it, and they have tons of music from it, and they're very devoted, hey, cool, then they're just as real as someone like me who's a war metal elitist. It doesn't matter. So there's this misconception that I trash fans of things. No, I don't. I trash fans who think that I have to be into the same shit that they're into. Those are the kinds of fan bases I can't stand. So yeah, Goregrind and Pornogrind and all that just doesn't do nothing for me, man. And brutal death metal, that's another genre that I don't get anything out of it. I mean, other than old Cryptopsy and Nile, and I mean older Nile. New Nile, Vile Neolithic Rites is really good, but Carl Sanders recently made a decision that really made me question his legitimacy, and we're not going to get into that because I can't, and it doesn't matter. I don't like what Carl Sanders did. You know, he was all proud of it too. But if you guys don't know, if you just go look, you'll find out. So I did lose a lot of respect for Niall after I saw this decision that he made to do something, because I don't believe in what he did, and I don't believe that's a very metal decision to make. It's pretty anti-metal what he did. But anyway, so Cryptopsy and Niall and Goregrind would be the only brutal death metal I'm into. Now Goregrind I've been a long time fan of. I was into them as early as 2000 when Instruments of Torture came out, and I forget the name of their two releases. But when it comes to that style, there's only so much of it that I'm into, and it's a very small handful of bands. Like I said, like 3 bands, and then the rest of it, I just couldn't give a shit less about. But like I said, if there were people that like that, that's terrific, man. And I got nothing against you for liking Goregrind or Pornogrind or any of that stuff. If it gets you through the day and it helps you have a better day and makes you feel better, then hey, whatever. Listen to whatever you like in that aspect. But I just find it to be very childish. It's very immature music to me. It's not very mentally mature. It's pretty Neanderthal-like subjects. And like I said, that whole shock thing, it doesn't do anything for me. But I find it to be very unintellectually stimulating, and that's why I don't like it. And I'm just not into all that gore and shit like that. I mean, I've seen some pretty sick shit, don't get me wrong. When I was younger, I used to go on rotten.com and all those sites and just look at the sickest, gnarliest things I could think of. But I mean, I was in my early 20s at the time, and I know Goregrind's been around for a long time, and I still wasn't into it back then. And but I do think that there's an interesting following to it. There are a lot of fans of it, and it'd be interesting to keep getting fans' perspectives on why they like something that I find to be absolutely just not interesting or trash in my opinion. But it's going to be interesting to keep doing the podcast with those guys and hearing from them and getting to know them better and finding out, you know, what is it about that Goregrind shit that you love so much and why? And then if they answer me, and then they're, you know, once they explain, oh, okay, cool, then that's good. And they did explain some. Seth did, but I guess I just, like I said, I find it to be very immature in a lot of ways. So that's just how I feel about it, and no diss to anybody who does like it. If you like it, you like it. So yeah, Goregrind, not my thing. Pornogrind, not my thing. And brutal death metal, not really my thing either. Just not a fan of that stuff, really at all. Like I said, except for the 3 brutal death metal bands I mentioned, I just have no interest in it at all. And that's the way it is. Alright, so shout out time of the video. We're going to do some shout outs with Barry and Rich, the silent producer from That Goat Metal Show. Shredbeard was on the stream tonight. Thank you, Shred, for your super chats this evening. And all you super chatters that were on the Crypt Underground Metal Radio Show Death Metal Special tonight. You guys fucking rule. Shout out to Mark Chaos Massacre. Shout out to Shredbeard. Shout out to Mike Bogish, Drucifer, Mordant Red, Realms of Metal, and of course the Skull MCM, Mark Chaos Massacre. Check out all those awesome YouTube channels. Also, I want to check out my buddy's bands, Hall of Calzaria, links down below. You can also check out my buddy's band, Cadaver Right, Justin Lane and Kyler's band, Cadaver Right, links down below. Josh Dominus from Morticide, links down below. Go to Mentis, celebrating their 30th anniversary release. Links down below to their CD and all their merch. Make sure you go and support them as well. So, merchandise on the screen right now. You got Music of Destruction, Spread the Plague, Annihilate the Human Race. And it's got me giving the finger, hair in my face with the fucking awesome back prints. You got 5 different shirt designs, 4 different colors. Thank you to Janelle for your hard work on that shirt. It looks amazing. Thank you to everybody who's been buying the merch. Really appreciate you. More is coming. She's working on new designs as we speak. Remember, these shirts do take a while. Coming up next on the screen, you've got MOD, Raw Fucking Intolerance, with the green lettering. You've got me doing the awesome war metal pose on the front, and of course on the back it says Raw Fucking Intolerance with the green lettering, the great awesome skull with the horns coming off it. 5 different shirt designs for that one, 4 different colors on that. Go and get all of your merch. We got some new channel members tonight. Thank you to Andrew Brown and Ken McLaren. My 2 newest MOD elites have joined the Legion. Speaking of which, if you want to become an MOD Elite VIP, hit that join button. You get access to exclusive content, which are the Seat podcasts. Just did one on the history of Marduk, doing one on blasphemy in the next 3 weeks. You're also going to get review requests, an album ranking, a top 15, or a metal album warfares, and that will cycle depending on who makes them when. And it's an ongoing thing. You're also going to get member collaborations if you have a metal YouTube channel. I will collaborate with you. You're also going to get band promotions if you're in a band. You make metal that I like, I'll promote your band, promote your live shows, promote your rehearsals, your albums, whatever you want. They will be in their own playlist down below. You're also going to get early access to all new videos, anywhere from 4 to 12 hours before everybody else here on MOD. You're also going to get members only Saturday night Crypt Underground Metal Radio Show live streams, which is coming up this Saturday. And tomorrow I am doing a metal album warfares for you guys, and next week I will be doing an album ranking and a top 15. I know the top 15's been taking a while, but it's coming. Don't worry. So back to regular content next week. That's all I got for you fuckers. Keep metal real. Keep it offensive. Keep it intolerant. MOD Elite. Hails.